Last time we spoke, things were falling apart for Coots, NatWest and the BBC over the debanking of Farage for political reasons. I think it's fair to say this has developed into a full-blown apocalypse for the ESG and the banking CEOs. Terry, is this a genuine cultural and corporate shift?
Well, it's a good question. And certainly in Britain, because Parliament is in recess, it's the only story that's going. I mean, it's the start of their media silly season and they're talking about nothing else. And I think in that sense, the fact that we are talking about it and that so many people from across the political spectrum in the UK and in discussions in Australia as well have really got behind Nigel Farage, whether they like him or not in terms of his political or personal views, says that the ESG movement, the diversity inclusion movement, the pride movement, or let's just say the virtue signalling movement is, I won't say it's on its last legs by any means. I think it's too big a behemoth to be knocked down simply by this, but it's taken a blow, and I think that's actually a good thing for society. It's a good thing for free speech, and it's a good thing for freedom of thought.
Well, Nigel has actually posted a full list of the people he would like to see resign over this, and the loss of the NatWest head is by no means a small victory for Nigel. Do you think there's going to be more heads on his plate as he goes forth, because he's pretty determined?
Well, as of Friday, the 28th of July, there's at least two heads now, because the head of Coots itself, the subsidiary bank, has resigned, and actually. The mixed reports. Some say he got the flick. There are reports that the board of NatWest is itself under a bit of pressure, not least because Rishi Sunak is the Prime Minister of Britain, but also as a 39% shareholder in NatWest as a result of the global financial crisis, has basically it's hinted that he doesn't have confidence, and I suppose that's quite a major thing for the board. So I think, and Nigel Farage, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, has called for the board's heads as well. So I think if I was Mr. Farage, I'd be thinking carefully about not over-egging the pudding in terms of going on this. But I think he has been vindicated personally, he's been vindicated morally, and I think the principles that he's taken a stand on have been vindicated as well.
If only he'd take down the BBC while he was at it, that would be a public service.
They're doing it themselves, I think, in the way they've been covering this. And even when he was interviewed on the Today Show, which some viewers might have seen on our Spectator Australia website as an item posted by Steerpike, the online guru in the UK, the Today Show program presenter was actually quite dismissive and patronising of Nigel Farage, and Nigel actually bit back in a big way, and it was actually quite entertaining. I mean, that's the thing about Nigel Farage, isn't it? Whether you agree with him or not, he is entertaining. And I think politics and public discourse should be more entertaining too. I think we've lost that sense of humour that we used to have in public debate, and I think in a sense, people like Nigel Farage, for all their outspokenness, are actually a bit of a throwback to the way that things were done in the past.
Well, Nigel Farage is like the cassowary at the zoo. He's got a "do not touch" sign written on the front fence because he can be very dangerous if you do the wrong thing by him.